Senator Schiff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In California, across the country, prediction market platforms like Kalshi have been offering so-called event futures contracts on sporting events. I know you've been asked a great deal about this. I just want to drill down further. Right now, I can go on Kalshi and predict who will win tomorrow night's Thursday night football game between the Bills and the Texans. If I spend $1 predicting who the next coach will be of the New York Giants, I can make $6. Sounds a lot like gambling to me. These prediction markets are trying, I think, to have it both ways, simultaneously marketing themselves as financial products and marketing themselves as sports betting. But there's no economic utility to these contracts. There's no price discovery being facilitated. They're offering gaming products with no regulation, and I think that's in violation of state law and tribal sovereignty. The Commodity Exchange Act prohibits any event contracts from being listed, traded, or cleared if, first, the contract involves one of 5 enumerated activities, one of them being gaming, and second, the contract is deemed contrary to the public interest. The regulations implementing the CEA deem all 5 of these enumerated activities as contrary to the public interest. That is terrorism, assassination, war, gaming, or unlawful activity under federal and state law. But we've seen a proliferation of sports betting contracts, sports event contracts being offered this year, even though the vast majority of states say that offering these contracts violates state and tribal laws. Meanwhile, the CFTC has failed to issue any guidance on whether sport event contracts violate existing regulations. I understand that you will defer to the courts. I would hope that you would defer to the courts and abide by court decisions. But what is your view on whether these are gaming in violation or these are some kind of different contractual obligation that has some kind of economic merit, intrinsic economic merit?
Thank you, Senator. And as you know, as a good lawyer, the answer is always it depends, and that's why these are questions for the courts. They're really complicated issues of interpretation.
Well, let me make a simple one. Let's talk about the Bills game tomorrow night. So I go on my phone on one of these platforms and I place a bet on who wins the game. Gaming? Sports gaming?
Senator, it would be irresponsible for me to prejudge that issue. I will look to the courts.
Let me ask it this way. If I were to go into a casino and make a bet, or a facility that legally offers sports gaming and bet on the Bills game, should it matter whether I'm doing it in a licensed facility? Is it a different animal if I do it on my phone through an app? Does it change the nature of a gaming bet, what technology I use to make it happen?
Senator, I again would look to the courts on these questions of facts and interpretation of the law. It's a complex issue. I will follow what the courts say, and to the extent there need to be changes because the law was drafted in a way that's hard to comprehend, I'm here to help with that effort.
Well, I mean, let me just ask, maybe even break it down more simply. If you and I bet on who wins the Bills game tomorrow, would you consider that gambling?
Senator, on this issue, I would look to the courts. So I would look to what the courts say about that issue, and I think it's still working its way through. So once we have an outcome that we can rely on and that we can interpret within the agency, I would look to that.
If betting on who wins or loses a football game is not gaming, is not sports gaming, what do you think sports gaming is? Can you give me an example that, okay, this is clearly gambling, sports gambling. There may be some gray areas, there may be some complex questions, as you say, but okay, this is certainly sports betting. What would you say?
Many lengthy legal opinions have been written on one word in a statute, and I would really want the benefit of understanding what the judges think about the issue. This could be one that works its way all the way up to the top, and so I'll look to the courts on the issue.
So should I take it from your answer that you're a tabula rasa on this? You're not coming into this position with any preset ideas as to whether a future events contract that predicts who wins a football game, you're not coming into this with any preconceived idea whether that's gaming or not?
I think it would be irresponsible for me to prejudge that issue, and so I will come into the issue to the issue at the commission if confirmed with a blank slate and look to the courts.
I would join with Senator Slotkin in urging you to meet with those deeply impacted by this issue, which includes the tribes as well. Thank you, and I yield back, Mr. Chairman.